Oh no guys, physical mock-ups of the iPhone 17 have literally just fallen into YouTubers' hands. Now they don't turn on, but they still look beautiful, so they're only slightly less useful than a real iPhone. Oh, hi there, I'm Sam Tucker from the Department of Courage. And you may have seen recently that YouTubers Apple Track, Zone of Tech and Max Tech have each gotten their hands on lifelike dummy versions of the upcoming iPhone 17. Although the Max Tech one is solid blue, so it either came from Grandpa Smurf, good morning, or you have to use blue screen technology to make it look realistic. But all I can say is that while the phones appear to be dummies, I hope the YouTubers have their wits about them. Because the last time a physical version of our upcoming iPhone was leaked, we swatted those eye holes. This time it might be a little different though, because how can Apple track them when they're already tracking Apple? Anyway, while they came to their own conclusions, here's some of the observations I made about those mock-ups. For one, the super slim iPhone Air is in a little bit of trouble because even this pretend model has started to bend. And that's before we put any of the actual guts in the device. It might as well be solid metal at this point. And so it either got bent in shipping, got bent in sitting, or it simply bent under the gaze of Jerry Rig Everything, so that hopefully he doesn't get his hands on it and set it on fire. Also, it's a shame that such a slim phone has such a thick camera on the top, with a bump on a bump on a bump. Very top heavy.
Look at this camera bump difference. This is hilarious.
And if people just see the head most of the time, they'll assume the rest of it's just as thick, when in reality, I'm not that fat. In any case, don't be fooled by these models, as there's still uncertainty about the final design. For example, Apple Track's camera bar looks more like a bubble bump, whereas Max Tech's model has more of a smooth gradient to it. And I'm here to tell you first that both of them are wrong, because just like how the real version of the new front camera turned out much worse than the leaks, so will this new camera setup, which will actually be a back notch. No one thought it was possible, no one wanted it to be possible, but there it is. And so, while it's all fun and games to guess what the next Apple product will look like, you shouldn't believe anything unless it comes from Apple themselves. Well, except for the iPhone 17 mock-up that looks exactly like last year's phone. That one looks very believable. The all-new potential iPhone 17s. If I had $1 for every iPhone 17 model coming, whoa, I could probably retire.
Subscribe today.
Thanks for watching the video everyone, and subscribe for more tech news and parodies. And check out the other YouTubers I mentioned for a much closer look at those mock-ups, including the Pro models. Yeah, their mock-ups are much better than the ones that I usually do, so well done to them.